Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Let's quickly hint others to join. Okay, so while others are joining, this afternoon we don't have any high impact news. We only have a middle impact news on dollar here. So we just go straight into the today's analysis. And today is Friday. You shouldn't expect much from the market, right? So we shouldn't expect much from the market. So let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Hello? Hello, can you all see my screen? Hello? Okay, so let's start. This afternoon we'll be looking at dollar indices. We'll be looking at dollar indices, and as usual, we'll start from daily time frame to see what we are expecting and what we envisage for the market. Your screen is visible. Thanks for that. I like that English, Mr. Nelson. Okay, so what are we expecting today? So I changed to I changed to line chart, and we can see here, and this was a standpoint also in SBR level, which is support become resistance on a daily time frame. You can see the market rejected this support become resistance level here, and also here, and we have a rejection here, showing us that we could expect dollar to move down to 96.295 region. Okay, 96.295 region. That is the area you are expecting the dollar to get to. Okay, so 96.295 region. So we fell on a retracement, from here, as this zone is also a support become resistance level, and we also tag this as our liquidity zone. So our anticipation is that the market drops down into 97.217 region before we see continuation to the upside. Because if you look at it, this market is trying to form support, inverted end and shoulder. We just need the market to tap down here to complete this left shoulder and boom to the upside. And if that could happen, it tells us that the dollar tells us that the dollar has high tendency of reversing. Okay, so we go to 4 hours time frame. I think it's from your end. Can you all hear me, please? 4 hours time frame. Also, like I said, we are still pushing down to 97.217 region. That is a strong zone, and I'm taking this as a low. So we are targeting that low. As market reject that level, moves up and continue moving to the upside. So that is my target for dollar. So at the moment, I'm bearish on dollar, and I think a signal was dropped on our 5X group to sell USDJPY on the sell stop. So which shows that NZD also that was dropped is also positive. So with this, we are still looking towards some bearish sentiment on dollar indices. USCHF. So while looking at USCHF, I mark this zone down in daily time frame. You can see why we are having a bearish sentiment. And from this level, we have support become resistance zone here, 4 hours time frame. So can you see our market tap into that zone and is dropping? So the nearest zone we could look towards buying is this level, which is 0.09721. Why is it that level? Because number one, this level is a strong S&R level, and number two is a demand zone, which was tested. So price needs to tap into that and continue moving to the upside. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting a proper retracement as price tap into this level, 0.80140 before selling. So my bias is still bearish, but we can't enter the market at the moment. Okay, we can't enter the market at the moment. Here's the card, also the same thing. I saw something spectacular here. So this is very, very spectacular for me. And 15 minutes time frame, you can see that this zone, you see the market tap into the level and continue selling. So USD card, USCHF, USJPY, I'm quite bearish on them, and I'm looking forward to sell them as a form of retracement on a higher time frame before market moves to where it wants to go. So let's look at GBP USD. Probably we can see a perfect entry for a bullish sentiment. So for GBP USD, I'm looking at this level. That's the nearest high that I feel price will attack. And we can see that from here, we have this as our resistance, become support, and price move up to 1.34861 region. So I don't think I saw this very early. We would have taken a sweet buy for GBP USD, but nevertheless, we still have a buy order on NZD USD. So we are heading high up to 1.34861 before we enter a buy. Everything I'm just saying is just pure support and resistance, because support and resistance is just the highest level is just 1.34861 before I sell GBP/USD. Let's look at gold. So gold, on the other hand, on a daily time frame, I would say that we could see more bullishness for gold till we get to 3440 region. To get to this level, why? Because gold breaks this low, right, and took out this low, rejected at this demand level, and we accept more bullish sentiment for gold. So if you are trading gold, don't look towards selling, look towards buying gold. So as you can see here on 4 hours time frame, this is also another pattern here, and we expect a breakout above here, and the breakout has happened. Just a short retracement to give us more room to buy gold. Okay, so we could buy gold up to 3371.24. 3371.24. That is the area where we can buy gold at. Okay, 3371.24 is the area where we can buy gold at. Also, the same thing at 15 minutes time. Also, the same thing for 15 minutes time frame. Can we enter a buy? Let me see. So much more bullish sentiment will enter gold. Hopefully, we can take a buy. I'm not dropping a signal because this is Friday, but you can take a buy here and put your stop loss here and target this level. So 3371, you can take a short buy on 3359.08, stop loss 3351.055. Then take profit will be at 3371.24. That is that on gold, but it is not a high probability setup. We are just looking at it. Okay, it's not a high probability setup. We are just looking at it. Last but not least, Euro USD. Euro USD, we are entering a buy here because we have a support become resistance zone. At that level, we have support become resistance zone. Support become resistance zone, 4 hours time frame. We can see that zone respecting this previous resistance becomes support, and we are still pushing to the upside. So coming from next week upward, we'll be bullish on Euro USD for probably a longer time. But I don't see any entrance because the market has already been overbought, and buying at resistance is not my thing. So that is that for now. Okay, so any questions, please? Okay, in case of no questions, thank you very much for your time. Good afternoon, everybody.